Hello guys, this is Mammoth PTE. Today we would like to discuss that you did something wrong in the PTE. Because a lot of you getting stuck in the PTE not because you are not working hard. It's just because you are doing something wrong. Maybe you already noticed that you're busy every single day. You practice questions, memorize the prediction files, and the template to practice speaking, listening, reading again and again for a couple of hours. But when the real exam comes, you'll find that your score is really stuck at 58, 65, or 79. It just refuses you to move up, so please do not doubt yourself. It's just because you did something wrong, you are in the wrong way. It's not because you are not good enough for your English. PTE, if you feel getting harder and harder, in reality it's not your English ability. It's the direction. PTE has never been the exam that with the hardest working student automatically gets the best score. It is a scoring logic exam. If your practice method is wrong, then no matter how much time you spend, you are only repeating low efficiency the practice. So, the most common example is RA. Many of you maybe practice RA by simply reading passages again and again, believing that if you can pronounce every word correctly, you should get a high score. But PTE speaking is not testing whether you can read. It is testing your chunking, your rhythm, stress, your linking, and most importantly, fluency, stability. A lot of you cannot improve your speaking scores not because your pronunciation is poor, because you pause too much and your rhythm sounds broken. So the system is actually judging whether you sound like someone you can naturally produce the English, and the same problem happens in the RS and WFD. So many students, especially you, memorize a huge amount of the sentences and some questions, but you only make the speed change or the wording becomes unfamiliar. Everything falls apart. So high-scoring students focus on chunk recognition, the keyword positioning, listening and speaking coordination, and sentence structure prediction rather than mechanical memories. DI is another area where you often look hardworking without real improvement. Maybe you memorize some templates until every response sounds fixed and repetitive. But the problem is templates themselves. It's not because the templates become the entire answer. So students who score highly focus on the stable output, clear information, and natural logic instead of sounding over the complicated. Reading is the next one, where many students waste enormous amounts of the effort. Some of you try to translate every sentence word by word because you feel you must understand everything before answering. As a result, you run out of time. Because these tasks are not simply testing vocabulary knowledge, they test the grammar, contextual meaning, and sentence logic. So memorizing the isolated words without learning phrases and structures will easily cause the low rating scores. So if you feel like you have been studying for a long time without improvement, your speaking is always hesitant, your reading is never finished on time, your listening feels understandable, but your answers are still wrong, or your prediction file practice still feels unstable, please feel free to contact us and follow us. I will help you. Okay, so if you are really interested in us, please follow us and give a love heart. See you next time.